Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Score Machine training. So, just to give you a brief summary of what the Score Machine does. The Score Machine was created to assist us with being able to determine if our credit profiles are fundable or not. So, what is as simple as we can do is import our username and password for the monitoring system that we're utilizing, which is either MyFreeScore Identity IQ, or MyScore IQ. Once you import those credentials, the software will then read that report, and based off of the data points that have been imported into the software, that will determine if that credit report is fundable or not. So those of us that are running funding companies, you can literally utilize this software to do the hard work for you, okay? Now, before we jump into how to utilize the software, let's go ahead and review the pricing. And if you have not yet subscribed to the software, I'm going to go ahead and drop my link here in the chat. And that way you can go ahead and get subscribed with the software, okay? So let me go ahead and drop this here in the chat for you. If you haven't already subscribed, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe with the software because we're always making changes to the software, and we are going to be implementing a credit repair addition to the software that will be added free for our unlimited subscribers. So let me go ahead and drop this link here in the chat. All right, so if you have not already subscribed, I encourage you to go ahead and click that link there in the chat and get subscribed to the software, okay? Now let's go ahead and review those pricings, the pricing of the software. And we do have three tiers that are going to be monthly charges, or you can select the annual option as well, okay? So we have our starter tier, which is $197 a month. That gives you access to import 50 clients and add 10 users, which can be employees or VAs. Then we have our professional tier, which is $297 a month. That gives you access to import 125 clients and 25 users. And then we have our Pro Unlimited tier, which is $497 a month. And as you see, it gives you access to import an unlimited amount of clients and users. Okay. Now, with this subscription here, our Pro Unlimited, this is where you'll get access to that credit repair software once it has launched. It'll be a free option for our individuals that are subscribed to the $497 monthly subscription. All right. So those are our pricings for the software. Here are the pricings in comparison to what is offered. And pretty much what is the difference is the amount of clients or users that you can import into the software. All right. So let's go ahead and get logged into the software. All right, perfect. Now that we're logged into the software, this is your dashboard. This is what you see as a subscriber to the software. All right. So you have your information here in regards to how many clients you have in the software, how many clients that are fundable in the software, how many clients that are not fundable, the amount of clients that have in fact created a login for your software. So this is where they'll have access to only see information pertaining to their credit reports only. Okay. And if you had to disable any of those accounts for those clients that have logged in, this is where your numbers will be here. Now, as you can see, a total number of banks and credit unions in the software and lenders are 4,050 credit unions or banks in the software. And with that, that gives us access to 9,852 products that are accessible with those banks, credit unions, or lenders. Okay. This number is increasing on a daily basis. Now, like I shared in the summary of the software, we utilize three options to be able to pull that credit report: MyFreeScore Identity IQ, and MyScore IQ. Now, with MyScore IQ, we do encourage you to go ahead and register with that specific credit monitoring site because that gives you access to the FICO score. And why not have access to that FICO score inside the software where the lenders and banks and credit unions are the ones, that's the report that they look at. They look at that FICO credit score. So because MyScore IQ does offer that FICO score, we encourage you to go ahead and register. So what you would do is go ahead and click on the register button tab here. That'll take you directly to the enroll page to be able to start that subscription with My Score IQ. Again, we want that FICO score because that is what the banks, lenders, and credit unions do look at to ensure that your credit report is qualified is fundable. Excuse me. All right, so My Score IQ is the way to go. You can also scan this QR code here, and that's how you'll be able to have access to register for the My Score IQ tab as well. Okay. Now we have our client login link. This is the link that you can provide to your clients. They can create their own login, okay? And this again will give them access to be able to review anything pertaining to their credit report only. They do not get access to your back office, okay? We have our onboarding link. So those of us that do not want to manually import the clients into the software, what you would do is go ahead and provide them with this link here. They'll open it and be able to onboard themselves. So as long as they have the credit monitoring login credentials for My Free Score Now, Identity IQ, or My Score IQ, then they'll be able to create that login and then, or not the login, they'll be able to onboard themselves. And then they'll be located here in your clients tab, okay? We also have a calendar here on the software, a calendar of our trainings that we host 5 times a week, giving you access to be able to understand how to utilize the software and ask any questions that you may have. And then also to keep in mind that in the event that you want to add any tasks or reminders on your calendar, you can do that by simply clicking on that specific day, type in the title here, any notes that you want to add, and then you'll save those notes there and it'll be there for you to be able to review at a later date. All right. We also have quick actions here. You'll be able to add a client here into the software, credit reports here, settings in regards to changing anything with the settings, and then your affiliate program. Now, we do have an affiliate program that will be able to help you receive some extra commissions here every month. Okay. Now, what that means is if you send out your link, this link here, to other say, for instance, tax professionals, credit repair organizations, funding organizations, Telegram groups, Facebook groups, you send out this link to that community or those individuals. Every time, once they've subscribed, every time that they pay their monthly subscription, you're going to get a percentage of that monthly payment. Okay. So we do encourage you guys to get the software out to other users or other individuals that will be able to benefit it. Because what this link does for you is give you access to receive some monthly commissions based off of them paying their monthly subscriptions. Next down here, we do have recent activity in regards to the clients that you recently add into the software, provide you with the status of their credit report, as well as if they're fundable coming in, okay? Also too here, this month's performance provides you with the number of new clients that you've added into the software, the clients that you've gotten funded, reports that you have pulled, funding invoices that you've also created here, okay? Now let's go ahead and click on the clients tab here. Here on the clients tab, it's provides you with the number of clients that you have in the software. You can search specific names here in the software. So say for instance, you're looking for, a specific client's name. You don't have to go through the entire search bar. Just go ahead and type in that information here and it'll take you directly to that client. Okay. So this is where your list of clients are going to be located here in the clients tab. Now you also have the ability to add any employees. So say, for instance, you do have a team of VAs or employees that you want to have access to your software as well. What you'll do is go ahead and click on Add Employee, type in their name, email. You can make them active or inactive, create a password. You'll provide that to them. And every time that they log into the software, they'll log in utilizing their email and their password. And anything that they do in the software is going to be noted that they've done it in the software. Okay. Here in the work areas where we do most of the work when it comes to utilizing the software. So we will come back to this tab so you guys can see exactly how to utilize the software. Feature request. If you happen to have a request or something that you would like to add to the software that will benefit the software and the users, we encourage you to go ahead and submit that information. We want to hear from you guys, and if it's something that's beneficial for the software and other users, we for sure will go ahead and add it. So how you would complete that task is go ahead and click right here where it says new request. You'll type in your idea, the description of your idea, and if you do have a photo of that idea, you'll go ahead and submit it. And then our developers are going to look on their end to determine if that request is something that will benefit the software as well as our users. Knowledge base is where our school community is. So you'll be able to type in things that are on your mind, see other individuals that are active here on the on this feed here. Okay. Also, to understand here in the classroom, there are a number of videos, training videos to show you exactly how to utilize the software. Masterminds that we have had as well are also located here. Then we have our subscriptions, as we already reviewed in the beginning of our training. We have our Pro subscription, Pro Unlimited subscription is $497 a month. Professional is $297 a month. And then our starter is $197 a month. And the difference is the amount of clients or users that you are able to import into the software. Here we have our support. We have a phenomenal support team who is here to assist if you're having any issues with the software. So any workability issues, if you're not able to log in, those are the type of things that the software support system will be able to assist you with. You can submit a ticket if you're having some technical issues with the software. You can review some FAQs located here and the contact information. So if you want to just go ahead and give the support team a call, you can go ahead and call this number here, submit an email. If you would like to chat with someone live, you can do that as well. And here are the hours that the support team is available: Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. And on Sunday, they are not available. Okay. You also have the ability to live chat with them with the support team as well. So you simply click on that individual's name, type in your message, and then they'll be able to respond to you on this platform. Go ahead and click in the settings here. Here in the settings is information pertaining to your profile, security, passwords, things of that nature. Agreements. This is where you are able to switch options here. So say for instance, if you come across a client who you feel might be fundable, you can go ahead and override the module agreement for the funding by simply switching this from disable to enable. It will give you options to be able to apply, but don't, when you switch it, it's going to provide you with a warning letting you know what safeguards have been in place to ensure that a profile is in fact fundable. Okay. Also, too, we have some integrations that you can also import here. Go high level integrations. Excuse me, I moved too fast. Go high level integrations are located here. You can integrate anything pertaining to your go high level. If you have a credit repair software, you can import that here. So you will take your URL from your, say for instance, if you have an M2 software, or if you have a website, credit repair website, you can go ahead and import that there as well. Client onboarding link, you can change your slug. So as you can see, it says Mr. I Sell Money. You can switch that to your name or, something that you feel will identify who you are. You can switch that here on the onboarding link. Also, too, pertaining to your onboarding link, you can also, if you have a logo, you can upload your logo as well as change the colors. So when you do, in fact, send out your onboarding link, they will see your logo and the specific color that you did, in fact, change to meet, your color, that your favorite color, I would say. All right. So that's located in the integrations tab. We also have merchant integrations as well. So if you do have a merchant account that you do want to import into the software, you can do that as well here. Okay. And then appearance, you can switch it from light to dark mode. Okay. That's something that you can do there in the appearance and preferences. All right. So like I shared, in order for you to start utilizing the software, we have to go to the work area. So let's go ahead and click here in the work area. And we're going to go ahead and click on a fundable client here. And you'll be brought to your work area page. Now on your work area page, you have different tabs here. So we have a tab for to analyze the report, progress report, underwriting, credit war map, automated credit analysis, debt consolidation, funding audit, and funding. Also, too, pertaining to the credit report, you have an overview of the report. Your personal information is located here. Any inquiries that you have on the report, public records, and the accounts that you have on the report. So let's go ahead and click here on the tab here to analyze the report. And it's giving you insight on the credit report. So understanding your credit, what are credit bureaus? What is my credit report? What is in my credit report? Why is credit report important? So it's pretty much giving you a brief summary and explanation of credit and why it is beneficial for us. Okay. So that's located in the analysis of the work area. If we go here where it says progress report, we'll click on this icon here. That's going to provide you with a report or your progress with your credit report. Okay. So as you can see, your credit score analysis here broken down in the percentages, negative accounts that are affecting the report. We have inquiries, late payments, collections, charge-offs, and public records. Then those negative items broken down. Okay. So inquiries, what type of account it is, when that account was open, the creditor that account is attached to, the bureau that it's attached to or reporting on, if it's a new inquiry, inquiry that's been on your report for a while, and if it has been removed, it's also going to be located here. And as we can see, we do have a new inquiry and an inquiry that has been removed. All right. So this is located under our progress report. Okay. Now, underwriting, this is where we'll be able to determine and review if a report or a profile is fundable. This is something that you can also utilize when you are doing consultations with your credit clients. That'll be able to assist you with, giving them a synopsis of what's going on with their report. So if we go ahead and click on underwriting, scroll on down. Oh, did I click on it? Let's see. Underwriting. All right, so you have your scores here. And do you qualify? Okay, so these are the data points that the software is going off of based to determine if your report is fundable. Okay, so as you can see here, it says good to go. Green means good to go. Yellow means proceed with caution. Red means that you're not eligible. So these data points have been retrieved from banking relationship managers that we have communicated with in the past, and they provided us with this information. Okay. Now the numbers have been increased to help ensure that that report that you are in fact attempting to get funded is going to qualify. Okay. So as you can see, your score is a 730 plus, under 30% utilization on your open revolving accounts, minimum 5 open primary credit cards with 2 years of good payment history, 2 primary credit cards with at least 2 years of age and 5,000 plus limits, no more than 4 unsecured accounts open in the last 12 months, under 4 inquiries. And as we can see, we're proceeding with caution because our TransUnion credit report does have that 4 inquiry limit here. Collections, charge-offs, late payments, and bankruptcy. So because this report here meets most of the qualifications, we can go ahead and move to the next steps of getting funded. Okay. So like I shared, the software is going to read that report to determine if that profile is fundable or not based off of these data points. Now, if we scroll down here, you have your utilization broken down for each bureau. And one thing we want to keep in mind, overall utilization and individual card utilization are two different things. Now, overall utilization, as you can see, is between 10 and 7%. But it is very important to ensure that each of your credit cards utilization is under 30% when you are, in fact, trying to go for funding. If it's not, you're not going to pass. and get qualified or get approved. Okay. So make sure that each of your credit card utilization is under that 30% threshold. Also, too, if there's any negative accounts on the report, that's going to be located here. As we can see, because we do have a lot of inquiries, that is listed as something that is lowering the chances of approvals. Okay, so everything is pretty much broken down for you. There's no guessing game when it comes to utilizing the software because all the information that's needed to ensure that your profile is fundable is located here. Now, also to say, for instance, you do come across, like I shared, one of your cards that are higher in utilization, it'll be located here. Okay, so this again will be a determining factor why you wouldn't get approved. Now, there is a plan involved that you can go ahead and click on each of the options here. You want to bring it down to, let's say, under 30%. It's going to give you a breakdown of how much to pay daily, weekly, or monthly, or annually. Okay. So those of us that are struggling with paying down debt, you can utilize this to help you pay down that debt to give you some type of plan. All right. So that's located under our underwriting option. Okay. Now let's go ahead and click on the credit war map. And this was developed to help us with repairing credit or getting rid of inquiries. Now there was a GPT that was created specifically to create letters for inquiries that can be sent into the bureaus to help remove those inquiries off the report. So what we'll do is go ahead and click on Launch Inquiry Exterminator. And like I shared, this was created specifically to attack or create letters for inquiries. What we're going to do is go back to our score machine and retrieve those inquiries that are in fact affecting the credit report. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and copy this information here. All right. And then what I'm going to do is go back to the GPT here and paste it here. All right. So those are those inquiries that are affecting the credit report. What I'm going to do is go ahead and click on the arrow here. And the software is starting the process to create those letters. But first, you must answer some quick questions before those letters can be developed or created. Okay. So, one key thing that it's asking is your tone. What tone do you want to utilize when these letters are being created? So, you have conservative, balanced, aggressive, and also to how many accounts you want to be listed on each of those letters. Okay. The max number of accounts that we can have on a letter is 5. All right. So let's go with aggressive tone here. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it here. And then we want to go with, let's say, 5 letters here or 5 accounts here. So we're going to copy that and we're going to paste it here. Or, oh, wait, hold on. Let's copy this. All right. And then we can go ahead and click on the arrow here. And the software is starting the process to create those letters. And there's going to be letters created for each of the bureaus that those accounts are on. So as you can see, remember we did select 5, but because on this TransUnion credit report, only these 4 are located there. So the software is going to go ahead and create those letters for you. All right. Now, once it's done creating those letters, the next steps is for you to be reminded that you do need to make sure that you have your important documents located here, which is a copy of your identification documents, your driver's license, proof of address, social, okay? And then also to keep in mind that the team also offers printing and mailing with these letters, okay? So you can go ahead and call the team, you can go ahead and send an email or just fill out the job form and upload these documents so that they can go ahead and formulate your invoice so that those letters could be printed and mailed out for you. Okay, as simple as that. You don't have to go out and go to the mail or to the post office yourself. Simply use the printing and mailing service, and they're going to go ahead and take care of everything for you. So that is located in our credit war map. Also, too, in our credit war map, that was information pertaining to the inquiries. Now, if you do need some credit repair, that's also offered here. Okay. Credit repair, credit product optimization is located here. So if you do find that you do need credit repair, you just go ahead and click on this link here to go, and it'll take you directly to the onboarding tab, and then you can go ahead and utilize the service there. All right. Again, if you are having issues with your utilization, we can go ahead. You see right here it's broken down to let you know those that utilization percentage for each of your cards here. All right. Also, too, if you're having issues with understanding if your credit report or why your credit report isn't fundable, the different steps are also located here. So it says account aging strategy. Remember, it is one of the data points was to be 2 years for one for your accounts. If it's not 2 years, it's going to provide you with that information located here. Okay. So the years and the information is going to be broken down here and it'll be in yellow as you can see here. So if you have less than 2 years, it's going to provide you with the month here and it's like I shared in yellow. All right. So the software has pretty much been created to ensure that you understand and everything is broken down to be able to understand how a report is fundable. Okay. So again, that's located under the credit war map. That's this tab here. Next, we're going to go to the automated credit analysis, and I'm going to pick on a report that is not fundable at the moment. What we're going to do is agree to the terms here. And let me get to a report here. Let's see. All right, so if we go to the automated credit analysis, with the automated credit analysis, this portion of the software was created for individuals that do have challenged credit reports, okay? Negative items on the report. Now, for those of us that do not have access to any of the M2 softwares and you are utilizing ChatGPT to possibly create credit repair letters for yourself, you can utilize this platform here and it provides you with the different codes and the information that's being broken or incorrect when it comes to the report. So what you'll do is go ahead and click on automated credit analysis. We'll go ahead and click on accounts. We'll make sure that we do have it clicked for credit repair here. And then we'll go ahead and click on run account law engine. It ran the law engine. And when we scroll down here, it provides you with the information in regards to trade line missing in the bureaus 1 and 3, and those codes that it is being violated through the FCRA, FACTA, GLBA, Metro 2, regulatory, and so on. Okay. So anything that's affecting the report, it's not matching, it's located here. And like I shared, you can utilize ChatGPT to develop letters to help you with these coding and different things of that nature. Okay. So this is a tool here that you can utilize to help with credit enhancement or credit repair services. Creditor's name is missing. That's located here. Account number missing or blank, original. So everything that's negatively affecting this specific account has been broken down. And this is under the automated credit analysis, right? Now, if we go ahead and go to the debt consolidation, and does anybody have any questions? All right, perfect. Let's go to the debt consolidation option. I'm gonna go back to our fundable client here. Debt consolidation. This was also created to help you consolidate your debt. So what you would do is develop a plan to help you pay off that debt a little sooner. So if you, in fact, do have some challenging accounts, what you would do is if we already have them here, but you will click on the settings here, and then what will happen is it will open up here for you to be able to establish that information. So if you want to bring that utilization down 6%, you want to bring it down within 12 months. Then what date you want to pay it down. You want a reminder here. What's going to happen is an email reminder is going to be sent out on the first of the month, every month, to remind you to go ahead and pay down that debt. Okay, so what we do is go ahead and click on save here. We go to the bottom of the screen here, and that has been broken down here for you to be able to have those reminders to make sure that you are paying down your debt in a timely manner on those days that you specified. Okay, so this is our debt consolidation tool located here. Now, our funding audit, let's go ahead and click on here. We're going to agree to the terms here. Funding audit provides you with a projection of how much you can get funded based off of your personal or business. If you're only interested in the personal, you can go ahead and click there. If you're only are interested in your business, you can click there or keep both selected. That way you see both of the options. But this is a projection of how much that you can get funded based off of the report that has been uploaded into the software. Now, if your profile is a fundable profile, you'll go ahead and be able to have access to click on the funding apply. Go ahead and agree to the terms here, and you will be provided with some approvals that you've already gotten approved for, highest amounts that you gotten approved for. And if you are doing this for a client, based off of how much you gotten approved for and the percentage that you want to charge your client, that's located here and it's telling you how much that your client should be paying you. Say for instance, if it is 15%, then you'll get paid 4,500 for getting approved for 30,000. Okay. Now this is also where we'll be able to determine what banks and credit unions we do want to go ahead and apply to. Okay, so as you can see, we have our funding types. All is just selected as a default, but you do have the option to only if you're only interested in credit cards, loans, line of credit, SBA loans, home equity loans, auto loan. Okay. Also, too, if you have one stronger credit bureau, you can go ahead and select that as well. Now, all is already selected so that you can have access to see both of your all of your options. But if you know for a fact that your Equifax credit report is a stronger report, you can go ahead and just only click there. And what's going to happen is only banks that pull from Equifax is going to be accessible for you to be able to apply to. All right. Now, this application strategy is letting you know how many times you can pull or apply through the Experian credit report and how many times you can apply through the Equifax credit report. TransUnion is not an option because as you saw on those data points we had 4 inquiries. Remember, the data points was no more than 4 inquiries, okay? So what the software is doing is protecting your report. It doesn't want to allow you to be able to just go apply, 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 okay? Now, when we go down to the bottom here, you'll be able to see your funding options, okay? So you do have some recommended options here. Okay. And then if you want to add your own funding sequence, you can do that as well. What we'll do is, and as you can see, recommended because of that bureau and that and the report, you have your options here. If we go ahead and click on this little arrow here, this is how you get access to see all of your funding options. Now, guys, understand that each state sometimes is allowed to be able to approve or to apply for these different banks. So if it's a check mark behind the state, that means that you can go ahead and apply in the state that you're currently in, what bureau that bank or lender is pulling from, and then how many products they have access for you to go ahead and apply to. Okay, so this one you see it has two options here. Now, in order for you to be able to see those options, you'll go ahead and select. And here, this one has a credit card. Let's see if it has a loan. You can go ahead and click on loan, and it provides you with that information there. So what we'll do is go ahead and click on, let's say, credit card here. Select your card, click on there, gives you that option there. And then what you can do is go ahead and click on apply, and that's going to take you directly to the application. Okay. And that's as simple as it gets when it comes to utilizing the software. Like I shared, if you want to add your own sequence on how to utilize the software or to add your own credit cards or loans, you can go ahead and click on the plus sign here. If you want to remove some of these options that have been available to you, you go ahead and click on remove. Okay. And if you want to add some other options here, you go ahead and click on the plus sign, and then you'll go ahead and have access to select those options here. And remember, we have 4,000 options in the software to be able to select from. Now, if anybody has any questions, let's go ahead and get those questions answered. Simply raise your hand so we can get those questions answered for you. Okay, well, no questions? Not a problem. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, same link. Please join if you have any questions pertaining to the software. If you need to continue to have some training on how to utilize the software, we encourage you to join. For those of us that have not already subscribed to the software, highly recommend that you go ahead and get subscribed. I'm going to drop that link here in the chat again so you guys can have access to. Our software is $197 a month for 50 clients and 10 users. So if you guys haven't already, go ahead and get subscribed to the software so you can have access to be able to see if those profiles are fundable. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and we shall see you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you.
No problem.